lost him?
Yeah, I kinda had to.
Wasn't exactly the plan.
I know, which is why I think that we should stick together. Trust me, he's too strong, too fast, and way...
It looks like Teen Wolf Season 7 might actually be happening, just not in the way fans originally expected. Instead of returning as a regular season, it's starting to look like the franchise is getting ready to continue through Teen Wolf the movie too. This makes a lot of sense because the first movie on Paramount Plus brought the pack back together after years away, and now Tyler Posey himself has revealed some pretty major updates about what's next. So let's dive into everything that's been going on with the Teen Wolf revival and why it really seems like the next chapter, whether you call it Teen Wolf the Movie 2 or Teen Wolf Season 7, is closer than ever. When Teen Wolf the movie dropped in 2023, it was a big deal. After all, the MTV series had been off the air since 2017, and fans have been asking for a continuation for years. The movie gave everyone a chance to revisit Beacon Hills and see where Scott McCall and his pack ended up years after the finale. While not everyone from the original cast came back, Dylan O'Brien and Arden Cho were notably absent, there were still plenty of familiar faces, like Tyler Posey as Scott, Crystal Reed as Allison, and Tyler Hoechlin as Derek. The movie picked up 15 years after the series finale, with Scott returning home to face a new supernatural danger that once again threatened everything he cared about. Even though critics were mixed on Teen Wolf the movie, it performed solidly on streaming and drew a ton of fan attention. Because of that, it didn't take long for rumors about a sequel or maybe even a full-on 7th season to start spreading. Fans were hopeful, but what really reignited the excitement was Tyler Posey's latest update. In a recent interview with People, Posey dropped a pretty huge bombshell. He's written the script for Teen Wolf the Movie 2 himself. That alone shows how passionate he still is about the story. He explained that the first film was originally part of a 3-picture deal, but things kind of stalled after it came out. Instead of giving up, Posey decided to take matters into his own hands and start developing the next installment. According to him, the script for the sequel is already finished and ready to go. He even added that the story is really cool and that there are some people on board already, hinting that at least a few of the original cast members might be ready to return. Posey also mentioned that he doesn't just want to star in the sequel, he wants to lead the project creatively as well. His words were clear: "I was the leader of the cast. Now I want to be the leader for the entire project. I feel like I know what the fans want and I want to deliver it for them." That kind of confidence says a lot. It means that this isn't just another nostalgic reboot. Posey wants to shape Teen Wolf's future himself. He's not waiting for the studio to call the shots anymore, and that could be exactly what the franchise needs to really evolve into its next phase. Posey's dedication to Teen Wolf makes total sense because it's the role that really defined his career. He said that it's still the project he's recognized for the most, and he's proud of that. In his own words, he feels the show was halted at a time where we should have kept it going. So he's doing everything he can to make sure it continues. That kind of creative fire isn't something studios ignore for long, and the fact that there's already a completed script gives Paramount a solid reason to bring Teen Wolf back in full swing. What's even more exciting is that Posey's vision reportedly includes bigger supernatural stakes and possibly a new villain unlike anything the show has seen before. If the sequel really moves forward, fans could expect a fresh antagonist with ties to the older lore of Beacon Hills, maybe even someone who pushes Scott into questioning what kind of alpha he's become. After all, the series has explored banshees, were-coyotes, kitsunes, and hellhounds, so it's only fitting that the story brings in an even darker and more mysterious force. Now, this big update about the Teen Wolf sequel didn't just come out of nowhere. For years, fans have been wondering why the series didn't continue after Season 6. Back when MTV decided to wrap it up, the network was shifting away from scripted dramas and focusing more on unscripted reality programming. That shift meant fewer resources for shows like Teen Wolf, even though it still had a passionate fan base. Ratings had also started to drop by Season 6, not dramatically at first, but enough for MTV to rethink its priorities. At its peak during Season 3, Teen Wolf was averaging nearly 2 million viewers, which was huge for a supernatural teen series at the time. By the final season, the audience had dropped below 500,000 per episode. Still, most fans agree that the show ended with way too many unanswered questions, and that's exactly what makes Teen Wolf the Movie 2 feel so necessary. It's a chance to finish what the show started. Posey himself believes there's still so much story left to tell, especially for Scott and the remaining members of the pack. If we look at how Teen Wolf the Movie wrapped up, it's easy to see where the sequel could go. The film picked right after the end of Season 6 and brought back Allison Ardent, a character fans thought was gone for good. It also introduced a mix of new and returning supernatural creatures. Scott once again had to gather allies and rebuild his pack to protect Beacon Hills from a new evil. That final note of unfinished business practically begged for a follow-up, so if Teen Wolf the Movie 2 continues where that story left off, fans could see Scott stepping into a true leadership role, maybe even becoming the mentor figure for a younger generation of werewolves. It would be the perfect way to bridge the gap between the old cast and any potential newcomers. And if Posey really plans to include a new villain, it could be someone who challenges the very balance between humans and supernatural creatures, forcing Scott to rethink everything he's fought for since high school. Of course, Teen Wolf the Movie isn't the only reason fans think Season 7 could be happening in spirit. Paramount Plus has clearly shown interest in expanding the supernatural universe Jeff Davis created. Around the same time that Teen Wolf the Movie premiered, Davis also launched another series called Wolfpack starring Sarah Michelle Gellar. Even though Wolfpack isn't technically connected to the Teen Wolf universe, the fact that both projects share the same creator and production team shows that there's still a strong appetite for supernatural storytelling in this world. And with Wolfpack proving that the formula still works, Paramount Plus has every reason to keep building on what's already popular. That's where Teen Wolf the Movie 2 fits perfectly. It would not only continue Scott's story, but also open up the possibility for a full revival, maybe even a real Season 7 down the line. When you think about it, Teen Wolf has already proven time and time again that it can bounce back. The franchise has lasted for over a decade, brought multiple generations of fans together, and still trends online whenever new rumors appear. Tyler Posey writing a script is just the next step in that journey. And considering how other long-running franchises have successfully returned, like Cobra Kai reviving the Karate Kid, or iCarly coming back with a grown-up spin, it's easy to imagine Teen Wolf getting the same treatment. The audience for supernatural teen dramas hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, it's gotten bigger. Plus, with today's streaming model, the show doesn't even need the same huge ratings it once did on MTV. Platforms like Paramount Plus care more about engagement and subscriber growth, which is exactly what a beloved franchise like Teen Wolf can deliver. So even though there's no official release date or green light yet, the pieces are all there. A completed script, a passionate creative lead in Posey, and a studio that knows how valuable nostalgia-driven projects can be. Everything points toward Teen Wolf the Movie 2 becoming the next big chapter, or perhaps even setting the stage for a proper Season 7 revival. In short, it's not a matter of if, but when. The Wolves of Beacon Hills aren't done yet, and with Posey leading the charge, fans can expect a story that truly honors the legacy of the original series while introducing something completely new. The idea of a fresh villain, the promise of returning characters, and the chance for Scott McCall to lead his pack one more time make this next chapter feel more exciting than ever. So whether it ends up being called Teen Wolf the Movie 2 or Teen Wolf Season 7, one thing's clear: the howl of Beacon Hills is far from fading.